Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Big 6-0. I'm Mark O'Connor, my wife Maggie O'Connor, and we're going to be performing some tunes for you tonight, some tunes throughout my music career. And thanks so much for joining in. It should be a lot of fun. We've got a few surprises. I'm going to play a bunch of instruments, and we're going to get things started with one of our favorite tunes. It's actually my wife and I favorite song to play. It was our very first one to play too. And this is off the Appalachian Journey album I did with Yo-Yo Ma and Edgar Meyer. And I wrote this for Yo-Yo Ma's daughter when she was just 10 years old and a budding little violin student, so she could have her own tune. And to my surprise, Yo-Yo wanted to record it. And so we did, and it's on the Appalachian Journey album. Emily is her name. Emily's Real. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in. My Big 6-0 today, August 5th. And I'm glad it worked out because tonight the skateboarding events at the Olympics are no longer. We finished that last night. My favorite event.
That was amazing.
Actually, my second favorite event, because our cousin Katie Ledecky was swimming for gold again, and she won, and so we're very proud of her. Thanks so much for being here with us. We got all kinds of music. We want to do an excerpt from my Fiddle concerto. This is a piece that I premiered almost 30 years ago, and I turned it into a duet, and I played it with Yo-Yo Ma as well for the Appalachia Waltz recording. This is called FC's Jig. All right, FC's Jig. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in for my 60th birthday celebration. We were going to have a party, but we decided to do this instead because the way things are out there and getting crazy again. And we have a comment from Ronnie Abernathy. Thanks so much, Ronnie. Happy birthday, Mark. Congratulations on all your successes and accomplishments. Love your music and family. All right. Thank you so much for that wonderful sentiment. And this is my wife, Maggie O'Connor. And speaking of family as well, later on in the show, my son, Forrest O'Connor, is going to join us from Nashville. So we're coming to you from Charlotte, North Carolina. This is where we live. And we've been doing our shows for 60 weeks in a row, right from here on Mondays. And those can be seen on markoconnor.com. And so this is our first live Facebook and YouTube stream. We usually do it private and ticketed.
And it's pretty amazing that we've done 60 shows, and the 60th show was this past Monday, and then of course today you turn 60. I mean, we did not plan for that, but it was just perfect timing. And you will also notice that this is not what our house normally looks like. It's a little more festive. I think the last piece we played really matched the decorations.
Sure did.
It was quite a celebration. And our little girl Autumn, she helped decorate this with me, and we just had such a great time. You will notice more and more details as the night goes on. It's a very intricate setup that we did here. A lot of love was put into it. I think our favorite could be that the Grammys have birthday hats. Each one of them. And there's little messages. I don't know if you can see them, but there's little messages on each hat.
Very nice touch.
Attention to detail. Only the best for you.
Well, thank you so much. I'm going to take the mandolin up on this one. This is one of my most recognized mandolin pieces I've composed. And again, I recorded it with Yo-Yo Ma on the first album, Appalachia Waltz. And we hope you enjoy it. It's called Butterflies Day Out. All right, thank you. Hope you enjoyed that Butterflies Day Out composition of mine. Oh, we've got some
Birthday butterflies.
birthday messages there.
Oh, there's a message from Uncle Joe. Hi, Uncle Joe. Happy big 60th birthday, Mark.
Yeah.
John Schneider says, happy birthday, Mark. You've been an inspiration for so many of us.
All right.
L. Grindrod, happy birthday, Mark. Best wishes for the coming year. Birthday blessings are for the whole year. So glad to see you again. Lori Jean. And Wendy, Canada, happy birthday, Mark. Thank you and Maggie for playing for us on your birthday.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is a privilege to do, you know? I mean, I love doing it. We love playing. And, wow. Yeah, wouldn't have it any other way. But we're so cool. It's so cool to be able to play for you online tonight. And we're going to do a new song that I wrote for my daughter, who's here in the house, and she's 10 years old. Her name's Autumn. And all right, we got a message here from Todd. Last time I saw you both was in Eugene, Oregon, and it was Maggie's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
So we play on the birthdays.
Tradition. A birthday tradition.
He says, I hope you enjoy the happiest birthday ever. Well, it's off to a good start now. So we're going to do a new song, original song that I wrote for Autumn, watching her grow up. And so this is for all you parents out there.
And grandparents.
Ellen Hooper says, did Autumn bake a cake for Daddy? And she sure did.
It's gorgeous. You just wait.
I think it's going to come out here.
Yeah. You stay tuned. Towards the end of the show, we have some exciting cake plans.
This is called One Sunray at a Time, speaking of Autumn. All right, Pam Ham says, yay, Autumn.
Pam Ham!
She sure did a beautiful setting here with both Autumn and Maggie did all this. Hope you enjoy this one. One sunray at a time.
Exciting plans today. Arm in arm, good to walk. time.
All right, song for Autumn. She's here, and it's great to have the birthday with family here. And thanks. So that was beautiful singing, Maggie. Thanks for singing that so pretty. Maggie will be back in a few minutes here, and I'm going to do a solo guitar piece. And I've got here's Linda Boast. It's your birthday yet. We're all getting the gifts. Thank you. Well, that is very sweet. It's a gift to be able to play music. It's a gift to go 60 times around the sun and have, my health and to be able to perform. Harold Morton says, "Happy birthday, Mark. Thanks for sharing it with us. I may get up to Raleigh and play for us soon. Thanks for all the great music. It is great to be in North Carolina. There's so many places to play here. This is a musical state. We've been in North Carolina for about 5 years now, and we want to get every place in North Carolina to perform. We've got some shows coming up in this fall, and we haven't posted anything because you never know. But we do have some concerts coming up, and cross your fingers. But in the meantime, we've got this, and thank goodness. During the pandemic, I recorded my solo guitar album. That's what it looks like right there. Markology 2. Well, there it is. Markology 2. And man, I just recorded it around here. And on my new guitar, this is a Colorado guitar company, newly made guitar. It's a Dreadnought in the manner of my old herringbone Martin, and I just love it. I got it strung up with heavies. Hope you enjoy one of the cuts from the new album called Flailing.
is Mark O'Connor with Yo-Yo Ma and Edgar Meyer in a work that is featured on their new album at the very top of the classical charts, Appalachia Waltz.
Welcome to our show. His name is Mark O'Connor. Ta-da!
Visions attend thy sleep, fondest, dearest to me.
I sing here, roll, roll, come on, dog. Good doggy.
Wow, yeah, that's some memories right there, and we hope you enjoyed that clip. Woo, man! We're back with you live. This is my 60th birthday today. Thanks for tuning in, and we've got some music for you. We're going to play another song, and then bring in my son Forrest, who's streaming in from Nashville, and so we look forward to that. So just we've been loving this and sharing our music with you on my big day. So this is a new song that Maggie and I co-wrote together. It's called Ride Towards Home. 2, 3, 4, 5.
cotton gin. We thank you for your patience, mankind's long pursuit of happiness and freedom. Till then we borrow it from you.
All right, a new song of ours, Ride Towards Home. Hope you enjoyed that. That was fun to do. And thanks so much for tuning in to the 60th birthday celebration. And we were going to have a in-person party over in Nashville, but things just got too health risky, and we decided, hey, let's just go online and do it here. And I was going to really miss Forrest, my son, who lives over in Nashville, but he's streaming in right now, and we're going to go to him, and he's going to do a song right now, and then come back a little bit later and do another song, and then we're going to talk some about growing up and having some of these birthdays together along the way. And so let's go over to Nashville right now and pick it up with my son, Forrest O'Connor. Take it away.
All right, sounds good. Hey, I'm going to take these off. Thanks for having me. Too bad we couldn't have the party here in Nashville. But yeah, man, I'm enjoying the webcast so far. Ride Towards Home, that leads right into this one. That was a great song. This is Coming Home, which I'm doing for my dad, because that was one of the first songs we played together. Well, I'm still driving my daddy's van, my soul in the sky and my head in the sand, chasing a dream that withered long ago. I got aches in my back and aches in my heart, when the aching ends, the hurting starts, 'cause there ain't no freedom on an endless road. And I say, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I'm running low, so I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home with the next sweet sunrise up on high, 'cause I'll be dead before I die if I'm on my own, so I'm coming home. Well, didn't you tell me all along that sticking around is what makes you strong? 'Cause love is more than just a new romance. And I ain't the boy you knew before, so when I end up standing at your door, I'm hoping you'll give me a second chance. And I say, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I'm coming home. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home with the next sweet sunrise up on high. 'Cause I'll be dead before I die if I'm on my own. So I'm coming home. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home with the next sweet sunrise up on high. 'Cause I'll be dead before I die if I'm on my own. So I'm coming home.
It's little Maggie.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Forrest. I'm like crying over here. I can't even play anymore.
Thanks. Coming home. Yeah, we did. We recorded that song together twice. The last album was a musical legacy, and it was a live version. And then we did a video of it up in my old home place in Seattle, Washington, where I'm from. Hello, folks in the state of Washington and Seattle, my area, who are tuning in. And it's great to be joining you tonight. Had many birthdays up there through my school years. And boy, so I've got the mandocello, and this is one of Forrest's favorite instruments, by the way. He loves this. He loves the mandolins anyway, but he loves the mandocello. And Forrest is going to be back in a few minutes, a few more songs, and we're going to have him do another one.
Oh, Brad wants to know if the Grammys have little birthday hats on.
They do.
They
Brad
do.
Phillips, yeah.
I was hoping that they would be noticed.
Autumn did that.
We were so excited about that. I think that could be our favorite feature of the decorations.
And one of these Grammys I share with Forrest and Maggie for the O'Connor Band.
For the album Coming Home.
Yep. And we're so proud of that. Just incredible, realization to be able to put a family band together like that and have all this talent in the family. It's just incredible. Joanne Friedman says, "Come to Bern, North Carolina. Happy birthday." We will. We want to get every place in North Carolina. It's such a musical state. And thank you, Maggie, for teaching the chopping at one of our camps. You teach at every camp.
Yes.
We just had a virtual string camp just last week, and this was our third virtual string camp in the 18 months. And we're going to do another one this winter. So all you string players out there who want to pick up some more tips, we do it right from here virtually. And we have a big faculty that will do private lessons as well as our webinars. So it's a really nice combination. I do teacher training too. So that was one of our former campers. Yeah. So yes, so there's some compliments on what I used to wear right here. From
Wish I had that Back to the
mentioned.
Future suit you had in that last clip.
Yeah.
You've had some wonderful outfits over the past few
Actually,
years, including this new one.
I'm channeling my, for you guys who've been following me for a long time, what album am I channeling right now? This is an album cover, and we'll pick it up on the after this song, but just be thinking about that. I'm channeling an album cover of mine from a long time ago, and we'll see if you We'll see if you pick it up. Thank you, Louise from, oh my goodness, Mel from saying happy birthday. Thank you for your love of music, especially the Appalachia piece and how you work so hard on our behalf. And to a long life. We are going to play Appalachia Waltz later itself. So we've got a couple more pieces from Appalachia Waltz album. Right now, we're going to do an old song that I used to play with Doc and Merle Watson when I was in my 20s. I toured with them quite extensively for about a year. And they took me on as the fourth person in their little group, and it was an amazing experience. And we did this together, Little Maggie, and so Maggie's going to do Little Maggie for you. And I've got the mandocello. That's what this is. This is a 1924.
Kind of hanging by a thread there.
I know.
I don't know about
1924. I know. This is a beautiful old. I've had this since I was 14. All right. Little Maggie.
Oh, yonder stands little Maggie with a drum glass in her hand. She's drinking away her troubles. She's scored on some other man. Oh, how can I have stayed just to see them two blue eyes shining in the moonlight like two diamonds in the sky? Oh, yonder stands little Maggie with a drum glass in her hand. She's drinking away her trouble. She's courting some other man. Last time I saw little Maggie, she was sitting on the banks of the sea with a 44 around her and a miniature on her knee. Lay down your last gold darling, lay down your gold watch and chain. Little Maggie's on a dance for daddy. Let me hear that mandolin. Oh, yonder stands little Maggie with a drum glass in her hand. She's drinking away her troubles. She's courting some other man. Pretty flowers are meant for blooming. Pretty stars were made to shine. Pretty women were meant for loving. Little Maggie was made for fun. Go away, little Maggie. Go and do the best you can. I'll find me another woman. You find you another man. Oh, yonder stands little Maggie with a drum glass in her hand. She's drinking away her troubles.
right, little Maggie. All right, thank you so much. Well, that was fun. This mandocello is a bear.
I know. I think the walls were kind of rattling a little bit. I don't know if that happened at your house through your little speakers, little Facebook speakers.
It goes down low.
Oh, we have some guesses for you. The album you are channeling
Ooh.
with your birthday attire tonight.
Yeah.
And I think they nailed it.
Nailed it.
Daniel G says Heroes, Jonathan Hodge, Heroes, Wendy, Heroes, Carl, Heroes. You guys, you nailed it. I don't know who got it first. I don't know who gets the gold medal, silver, or bronze. I don't know who came in first. But
That's beautiful, beautiful. Yes, it's been a rough year in that I lost two of my biggest music heroes, Tony Rice and Byron Berline. And Byron Berline was one of my fiddle heroes on the album Heroes, and we did Gold Rush together with Bill Monroe, and was able to find some archival footage of that session, and it's on YouTube. So after this show's over, you can go into a rabbit hole and find some of that stuff. I put up every take that we played of Gold Rush, and honestly, you could have taken any of them. It was amazing. We did it like 7 times or something like that. So it was a beautiful session, beautiful album, and wore a white suit. And so thank you so much for noticing that. Well, welcome to my birthday celebration here live online. We have not done this before. We've been doing our Mondays with Mark and Maggie streaming show for tickets and subscriptions. And we just did our 60th show this week. 60. So that was not planned at all, of course.
so to go with that, you decided to turn 60 this week.
Yeah, went ahead and did it.
Yeah.
Since it's kind of a unique celebration, of course, we decided to go live and just, do what we do. And so we've got the 2 fiddles back again. And this is a medley of 2 pieces in the swing and swing tradition of violin playing. It's called Swing 11, 11, and Sweet Suzanne.
And maybe after you hear this, you will also start an O'Connor tradition where we look at the clock at 11:11, like every day.
Yeah.
AM or PM. Usually PM, but sometimes both. And if you look at the clock at 11:11, it could be because you heard this piece, because we do it like seriously every day.
Every day.
And
Yeah.
you actually had been doing that
For decades.
before you wrote the piece. That's why you named it
Yeah,
11:11.
long time ago.
which
This was
when.
This was I wrote this back in the 80s.
Yep.
And premiered it in Nashville with the Tennessee Dance Theater. And goodness, I think this is the first piece that we've played together. We played it with the Singapore Chinese Orchestra.
Yep.
So this is just a couple of tunes from it. All right, hope you enjoy it. Okay. All right. All right. Swing 1111 and Sweet Suzanne. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's slow it down and do one of my, I think, most well-known pieces. It's called Appalachia Waltz. And I wrote this about 30 some years ago. It's become my most well-known piece and played often around the world. And so it's a really so joyful to be able to share this music with you tonight. I just love playing it with Maggie. So this is a 2-violin version of Appalachia Waltz. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you. All right. My composition, Appalachia Waltz. We hope you enjoyed that. And I probably played that 1,000 times. And it's one of those pieces that I don't get tired of playing. You know, like oftentimes when people write a well-known song, they better like it because they're going to have to play it a lot. But I lucked out there. I just love playing it, especially with my wife, Maggie. It's so beautiful to do it with the two violins. And we are going to bring in my son, Forrest O'Connor, streaming in from Nashville. And we're going to hear a song, and then we're going to talk to him just after it. So, Forrest, take it away. Forrest O'Connor.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks. Man, this is fun to be a part of. Can't believe you're 60. We haven't actually talked on the webcast yet. We talked before it, but I know we'll probably talk here in a little bit. So I'm going to do one that my dad did a guitar version of on one of his early albums, Markology. It's called On Top of the World. And I've not played this one before. Performed it, I guess. So I'm just kind of still learning it. Hope that's okay. Got the lyrics with me here, but I felt like it would be a fitting one to do since I always loved listening to the guitar version of this. And I love the original song too. So, On Top of the World. Such a feeling's coming over me. There is a wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be is now coming true, especially for me. And the reason is clear, it's because you are here. You're the nearest thing to heaven that I've seen. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love has put me on the top of the world. Something in the wind has learned my name, and it's telling me that things are not the same. In the leaves on the trees and the touch of the breeze, there's a pleasing sense of happiness for me. There is only one wish on my mind. When this day is through, I hope that I will find that tomorrow will be just the same for you and me. All I need will be mine if you are here. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation
find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world.
All right, here you go. I'm gonna put these back on.
Beautiful.
That was amazing.
Forrest, thank you so much. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
man.
beautiful. Thank you.
On-
All
Sure. Happy birthday.
Oh, man. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And sorry we can't be with you in person, but I think this is really nice. We've never actually done this, have you stream in, and so it's a special occasion. And I wanted to
Yeah.
kind of revisit times in the summer because, you know, like a lot of times, you spent a lot of birthdays with me in the summer, growing up, going to music concerts and camps and festivals, and we spent a lot of time on the road
Yep.
before we ever started, you know, working together and playing together. And yeah, like, do you remember when you were 6 years old, you know, jaunting around the country and parts of the world with me and growing up?
Man, if only I had a credit card where I could rack up miles when I was a kid, you know? I was late to that party, but yeah, I know. I guess I was probably 6, and yeah, I have so many good memories of just traveling around with you in the summers, sometimes over the holidays too. But yeah, all the summers you were sort of anchored with the Fiddle camps that, you know, started off not far from here, outside Nashville, and yeah, just traveling around the country, and you know, it felt normal, you know, for me. And then I kind of found out later that it was a pretty unique experience. And you were doing a lot of, you know, classical stuff at that point, and then the hot swing stuff as well. And so I got to go to a lot of really beautiful, you know, halls and you know, concert halls, theaters, and meet a lot of really amazing people that you worked with, and yeah, just a ton of good memories for sure.
Yeah, we you kind of grew up at those fiddle camps in the summer, but for years I had to make you attend some of those classes because you were so into like, you know, shooting baskets, playing soccer and frisbee out there in the field. And so I was like begging you, like, just go to one of these classes at least per day, you know? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it was dangerous that they had the basketball hoop nailed to that tree out in the field. So that definitely caught my attention. But yeah, I mean, I'm a late bloomer. I mean, I grew up, I feel like, around really good music, but I didn't start playing seriously until a lot later. And so, yeah, I mean, I would attend the class. You know, remember when I was like the camp photographer once or twice. So I went around taking photos. I played fiddle for like a couple months when I was young. That didn't last. And then I, you know, started playing mandolin when I was a teenager, and then just would take that around to the camps, you know, all the classes and stuff, and just play along on that. But man, it was such a cool setting, that first fiddle camp at Montgomery Bell State Park, you know, with all the cabins in the woods and the jams just all happening outdoors, and just a lot of great people, so many, you know, awesome players too, who grew up going there and that I got to meet, you know, when I was young also. So it was really inspiring. I mean, even though I spent a lot of time shooting hoops, it was still, I was hearing the music, you know, floating across the field. And so that was all, you know, very inspiring and in my head and creatively motivating later on for sure, where I drew on a lot of that.
And I would
stuff.
join you shooting hoops too on occasion.
Would you get in trouble? Like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be running this camp.
Right.
And both of you would be playing one-on-one.
Renegades.
Yeah.
Now you started really getting into mandolin when you were about 14, and then you started to really practice. And
Yeah.
but I remember you asking me when you were about 16, should I become a professional musician or go to college? And I said, go to college. Remember that?
Yeah, that was a good call. It was. I mean, it was kind of a weird question to ask because like I said, I mean, I got interested so late. So by the time I was actually asking that question, it was like college applications were starting to be, happening when I was like a sophomore, junior in high school. So I'm really glad, that I did that, but was still kind of working on it, pretty seriously through that time too. And then, my wife Kate and I started doing gigs and that, and then of course all the O'Connor band stuff. And I was actually just thinking, so I think Coming Home came out 5 years ago today.
Today?
Pretty sure. Wasn't it released on your birthday?
Gee.
I think so. I thought the release date was your birthday.
That sounds familiar.
Something about
Maybe the people watching
Yeah.
can check for us.
yeah. I think it might have been that
Yeah.
we did the video of Coming Home on my birthday. Would that
Oh,
be
okay.
also?
Could be, yeah.
I mean, both things could have happened.
Possibly,
actually,
yeah.
Because we did the video after the record was
Was it
done,
a single?
and it was a single. Yeah, Coming Home. That was everybody's favorite song.
And we filmed that at Montgomery Bell State Park, which is where the camps were.
Yeah, we filmed Always
Yeah.
Do at the camp, and we banded together, Forrest's wife and my wife and the two of us, and we hit that album, and then it won a Grammy, which is like beyond our wildest dreams.
And now that Grammy
And-
is
yeah.
wearing a birthday hat.
It's got a
Actually,
birthday hat
two
on
of
it.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Birthday hat.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
So what did
Dressing them up.
what was that experience like for you to share that with family? I mean, for me coming on the backside of it, I had done a lot of work with other professional musicians before my family members, but it was a complete opposite experience for you.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's like you were a professional from the time you were 10 or 11 or whatever. And it was the opposite for me. And then that happens, basically the first like full length album that I part of, which was just insane because you can't ever plan for that kind of stuff. I mean, it was amazing. I think it was good timing. It felt like it was really a unique combination of things that we hit on right off the bat. Since Kate and I had been writing a lot of songs and just combining that with the whole instrumentation that we had, and then the stuff you've written over the years. Obviously, it's just they might seem different at first, but they really blended well on that album. And yeah, one of the funny memories I have is I think when we went up to accept it, you said a couple things, but it was almost like you were speechless or something. So you kind of handed it over to me. So I ended up talking the most, which felt a little weird. It's like, I don't know. I feel like you should be probably talking the most. But so one of the main photos I think of us, there is like me holding that Grammy statue talking. So it looks like I'm like the main
You are the
one. I don't know. It's just funny. It's like, wow, what are the chances of that? Because just sort of skewed a little bit.
lead singer.
And then also, yeah, well, and Kate too, and all. I mean, just it was so much fun, and getting to play all those festivals, hitting Winfield and Delfest and Gray Fox, all that stuff, within the first year or two, picking in the Pines, Rocky Grass, all that stuff. It was, Kate and I went from playing clubs for, 20 people to festivals for a couple thousand pretty quick.
And then
So
we opened up for the Zach Brown Band Tour, and the numbers went way up. Again, that was remember Fenway Park, 2 nights at Fenway, playing in front of 35,000 people.
Yeah, I know. I mean, at a certain point, I guess it's like it's so many people that you just cannot think about it, or else, if you mess up, dang, that's a bummer for that many people. But it's crazy. I lived in Boston for like 7 or 8 years. I never once went to Fenway when I was there, which I went to Celtics games a lot, but I never went to see Red Sox games. So it was cool to go there, and then we got to check out the dugout after that. But just that whole experience too with Zach and all those guys who were really nice, just a lot nicer than, not necessarily nice you would expect, maybe, I guess, but they were all really awesome to work with, and especially getting to play some of their songs too with them, like sitting with them where it's like 20 of us on that giant stage they have. That was pretty cool.
And Forrest wrote "It's in My Blood," a song he co-wrote, and Zach Brown produced it on us, and so that's released as well. And that's on a Musical Legacy. That's our live album, but with a couple of studio cuts at the end that we went in with Zach producing us. And that was really wonderful. And then we did all those Christmas concerts together, which was really one of your first professional outings in concert halls.
Yeah, well, I know. I mean, I've had a weird history of like having to learn stuff, really on the fly. Just a lot of different things that have happened like that. But the Christmas tour was an example where like I literally did not sing ever or perform until like a year or two before that, like in my life. I mean, I'd done a few things on mandolin, but it was really small and I never sang or anything. So it was just like, I remember one of the first places we played was the Strathmore, is that in Baltimore or somewhere near DC or Baltimore? So it's just this huge art center that seats, I don't know, probably a couple thousand people. And I played the mandola on that first Christmas tour. It was kind of random. I was like, probably should have been mandolin, but I was really into the old Line and Healy mandola that you gave me. So I played, that was the one.
Was that for your college graduation present?
Yeah, so the Luke Thompson mandolin was high school, and then the mandola, although you were just playing the Luke, so you have that back right now. But yeah, the mandola was college, and then I was just really, really into that. So played that at the Christmas tour, but it was like, again, like trial by fire. Like I just did not have much performing experience before that. So that was like really nerve-wracking, that first Christmas tour, the 2012 or 11, maybe 12. And but I mean, I don't know, I guess it's got to do it somehow. So I definitely learned really quick playing that stuff.
I am very, very glad that my music has inspired you, Forrest, but you've inspired me over these last many years to get back into mandolin playing and guitar playing. I don't think if it was for you, I would have done that. So everybody that's enjoying my guitar playing out there, it really is Forrest and Maggie and Kate who really encouraged me back. I had laid them down for 20 years, and I know Maggie also credits you a lot for her singing. Right? Singing with Forrest in the band.
Yeah, singing with you guys, you and Kate, and doing harmony. And I mean, I hadn't done anything in a professional, I mean, I had done some wedding gigs here and there, but I started singing really late, like when I was in college. And so just to be kind of thrown into the deep end, I think that's a really great way to learn it. What a great opportunity you've given us, but it's like terrifying at the same time. But I mean,
Yeah.
you learn quick.
Oh man. Yeah, you do, man. Well, that's so cool. I mean, especially like, when you, Kate, and I started singing, we did some 3-part harmony stuff. That was pretty awesome. Like right off the bat, that was, it's like, I thought the blend was really good. Well, that's really cool, man. I mean, and you're, I've been, I played guitar on both these songs. I didn't start playing guitar till, a few years ago. Listen, I mean, I've listened to the, all the stuff that you did with Markology and Strength in Numbers, since I was a kid, but being in this setting with you and Joe, definitely, I mean, has been very inspiring to me too. So that's awesome that everyone, that the O'Connor band really got, people on these really cool musical tracks.
Yeah. And now also growing up, the sound of my Nashville fiddle was in your ear. That was the fiddle that I played all during that time of you growing up. And of course, I played it on Strength in Numbers and New Nashville Cats, Heroes, which is, I played the Nashville fiddle. And you've always really liked the sound of that fiddle because you grew up listening to that. Your dad played that.
Yeah, man, I love the way that recorded. I remember when I was like maybe 9 or 10 or 11 when you switched from that one to the Viome, the next fiddle that you played for a while. And I noticed the difference in the sound. And I was trying to figure out why you switched. Like I remember asking you probably multiple times over the years. And then I kind of, learned about maybe that Viome for certain projects you were doing with like Yo-Yo and other stuff might have had more projection or power. Just, after a while, you just kind of adapting and modifying your tone. But man, for at least recording, that fiddle, it's just so, the tone that you have on it's so unique, and I love it. I mean, yeah, I've heard it so many times, like you said, growing up, and that was probably the one used on all the sessions, right? Like when you started in mid '80s or whenever. Yeah. So that's definitely on a lot of recordings. It's
all
pretty
the
cool.
country music recordings in the '80s, and it went back to the Dregs as well. And
Oh, okay.
and one of the gigs that we did together, Forrest, with the band, was at MIM, the Musical Instrument Museum in Phoenix. And that's an incredible museum of instruments from all over the world. And they have a CMA exhibit, and we performed there, and they inducted my Nashville fiddle into the exhibit. And so we're going to roll some film from that day of us visiting the exhibit with the Nashville fiddle, right next to Jerry Douglas's dobro and Mac McAnally's guitar, people who have won the CMA awards across the years. So, Forrest, let's have a look at that reel.
I'm here with Mim's great friend Mark O'Connor, and last fall it was a great thing. We put together the CMA Awards exhibit in our Popular Artist Gallery, and last night Mark and the O'Connor Family Band had a return performance actually in the Mim Music Theater, which was fantastic. I think another sold out show. And it's the first time Mark has had a chance to see his very own fiddle that is a great highlight of our CMA Awards exhibit. Mark, you can shed a little bit extra light.
Well, we're calling it the Nashville fiddle because that was the fiddle that I played on all those recordings in the 1980s. And I also played it on, Strength in Numbers. The one I played in Nashville. I played it with the Dregs. With the New Nashville Cats. On the American Music Shop.
From Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee, welcome to the American Music Shop.
The David Grisman Quintet. Recordings, including with Alison Krauss, who you can see on television there.
I'd like to introduce somebody to you who's been probably one of the most influential fiddle players who's ever walked the planet. It's Mr. Mark O'Connor.
To ever win, weren't you? You won when you were what age?
13 years old. Isn't that amazing? Really, I think probably one of the most gifted musicians in Music City.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Now, this is...
They tore up the 50s. Old Jerry Lee and Charlie. She came down from Birmingham on cold December day.
She'll say things like, "Why have you never told me this?"
On a copper vine, yeah.
Some people always got something they got left to say.
Well, in the case of Mark O'Connor, Edgar Meyer, and Yo-Yo Ma, you get a hit CD and a popular tour. This dynamic trio behind Appalachia Waltz joins us now.
Matter of fact, this dobro by Jerry Douglas, I mean, that was basically his
birds
sound.
of a feather there.
I know. So the combination of the two instruments here graced so many albums.
We sang the songs of childhood.
It was a fiddle that I played for a good 10, 15 years. I actually played it on the very first Yo-Yo Ma recording. I switched to my next fiddle.
Yeah.
I retired this one, and you good folks here at MIM, the Musical Instrument Museum, asked for it and wanted to display it right here at this beautiful place. So
Yeah, and when we're celebrating the CMA Awards, to have the very fiddle that Mark really established that reputation in Nashville on so many hit records is really special. Likewise with Jerry Douglas's dobro here, same era when he was really doing so much studio work, cutting a lot of hits. One of Roy Clark's great Fender Jazz Masters, and Mac McAnally's guitar. So really a range of different instruments, a sweeping history of the CMA Awards. So it's really exciting.
I played that fiddle also on Dolly Parton's songs, including Those Memories of You, which we reprise in our O'Connor band.
Yeah, just last night there was a standing ovation going on.
Till the day they lay down.
Really, it's fantastic to have you here. Mark's become a great fan and a great friend of MIM, and working with people who really make music and sharing their instruments here in the museum is what we always try to do. There's nothing more authentic than an instrument that has been used to make music, to record music that people have listened to for many years. So it's just a great thing.
Interesting points about it. I played this fiddle for about 10 or 15 years, and I helped design this and field tested this original Lloyd Beggs pickup. I said to the Lloyd Beggs company, who were making guitar pickups at that time, I said, if you can make one to the point where I like it, I'll use it. So we went back and forth. This is a microphone that I helped design. I was the first one to use a microphone as an arm extension on a violin. Even before that, when I was with the Dregs, I helped design this jack that used the clamping of a chin rest. To use this jack in the Dregs. And so back then I thought there'd be no interest in any of it. So I'm just really surprised now that so many players use these kinds of systems and inventions to amplify the violin like I used to back then.
I think you know that he's going to carry it on. There's something about him that says, I'm going to be a musician the rest of my life, and I'm going to do it well, and this is what I care about the most.
And they loved it. Debbie, let me tell you who the musicians were and tell you right. From left to right, it was Bela Fleck on the banjo, Edgar Meyer on the bass, Sam Bush of Newgrass Revival on the mandolin, Jerry Douglas on dobro, and of course Mark O'Connor, who wrote that tune, Bula Bula, on the fiddle.
You just walk and look cute. Oh, okay. And we're gonna sing. Ready?
All right, down memory lane. Memory lane. Oh gosh. Fantastic. Oh my goodness.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mom. 60 years old. Happy birthday to you.
Oh,
Eat more
thanks,
chicken.
you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, let me make a birthday wish.
Oh, one of those. It's fine.
Woo!
I can't choke. Yay.
Nice job. And my daughter Autumn helped make this cake.
Didn't she? And
It's
look
all
at this
homemade.
piping, there's sprinkles.
I added so much sprinkles.
Sprinkles, her favorite.
It is so good. I can't wait to eat this.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Gorgeous.
thanks you guys so much. Thank you. Wow, that's so nice. I'm gonna put it right here,
Yay. Yeah, we might have to just keep it there.
and we're gonna dive into that
We must eat it.
It's too beautiful to eat.
as soon as this show's over. We're gonna do it.
It's too delicious to not look at it. I
Oh,
don't know.
thanks so much, you guys. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, my daughter Autumn, yeah, Forrest, younger sister, and it's so great to have my whole family with me here. And yeah, it's just been beautiful night. And thank you so much for tuning in to our music. And we've got still more surprises for you. I've got the white fiddle up here. We're talking about the Nashville fiddle. Well, the white fiddle predates. And so if Maggie grabs the cello and she'll accompany me on a classic fiddle breakdown, the kind I grew up entering fiddle contests.
Cello.
Yep, fiddle contests with, and this is the white fiddle. I still have it. Actually, this was hanging in the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville for 15 years, and I got it back out because I really missed playing it. It's just an incredible instrument for breakdown fiddling. And so I entered hundreds of fiddle contests growing up. That's mainly what I did, and kind of helped put me on the map, and it gave me a childhood career. So we're going to play one of those classic breakdowns that I learned from my teacher, Benny Thomason. My teachers, Benny Thomason and Stephen Grappelli, I should have mentioned, inspired my swing playing as well. So here's some contest fiddling breakdown, key of E. We're going to play Sailman, Can You Play the Fiddle?
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Woo! That was some birthday fiddling
There we
right
go.
there.
Oh yeah. So that's going to go right up on the wall there. Yes. Until next time.
This will go right on the floor.
Each Monday night we bring that down for a breakdown. How about that chopping on the cello? That's cool. That Texas fiddle breakdown stuff. And well, this was we've got one more song for you. And this has been an absolute pleasure to do the show for you tonight from our home studio. And if you like what you've heard, please check us out. We're going to try to do more Mondays until gigs come back. But you know, it's a wait and see, I think. But we're gonna do at least another month of Mondays. So please join us. We are so excited about the Olympics and my cousin Katie Ledecky swimming so incredibly well. Back in 1996, I played at the Olympics. I was commissioned to write Olympic reel for the closing ceremonies. So we've got something of a commonality there. I loved that occasion. I got to record it and perform it with the Paul Schaefer World's Most Dangerous Band on David Letterman. And so we actually performed it in the closing ceremonies in the 1996 games. And so there's, please stay in touch. We hope you enjoy the following Monday's shows. We do our string camps virtually, and hopefully we'll be in person next year, but we're going to keep the virtual ones going because I think that opened up some new opportunities for music education. And we do the O'Connor method. Those books are out there all over the world now. They're available digitally now. And so stay in touch. And we really enjoyed sharing my big day with everybody here. And so we're going to end with Olympic Reel, the piece that I was commissioned to write for the Olympics in '96. I want to thank my wife, Maggie O'Connor, for her wonderful performances tonight. And I want to thank Forrest O'Connor as well. And we'll bring him in afterwards and to say goodbye as well. So amazing. Olympic Reel. I got my regular fiddle back. We want to thank Our Concerts Live for putting on this show. They're our main producers for the Mondays shows. And they did this out of the kindness of their hearts. So thank you so much, John and Greg and everybody at Our Concerts Live. They're doing some great work with all this virtual performing. And all right, Olympic Reel. 1, 2, 3, A.
Happy birthday!
All right, thank you. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. And Forrest, thank you so much for being here. All right.
Yeah, of course, man. Happy birthday.
Thanks so much. And I'm a cat dad, too. We've got Steffi. Our kitty is named after my teacher, Stefan Grappelli. So her name is Steffi Grappelli. And she's got the bow tie on. She's all decked out.
She got dressed up, too. She's expecting some treats after this as well. She came over. So we're going to have some cake now and celebrate. I hope you have some ice cream and cake at home that you can celebrate too.
Thank you so much. It's been just a privilege to do this, and thanks so much for listening to the music all through these years. Yeah, follow us online and check us out on Mondays and new albums. And I've got a new reissue of Meanings Of from Warner Brothers as well. So thanks so much, and we'll see you down the road.